Hey everybody, it's Jeff. Hope you're all doing real well today. It's time for part 3 of the 110 scale 88mm Flak Gun. I downloaded the STL files from the internet, 3D printed. Going to get the gun barrel together today and start working on the part that aims the gun, basically. So let's go down the bench and I'll show you what I'm up to. Be right back. Thank you guys. Okay, we've got some large pieces here that we need to start putting together. I'll glue what I can and then I'll leave them for a day or so to dry, and then we'll continue. So this is the main part of the recuperator, they call it. Okay, and it's going to be like 6 pieces here. We won't glue it all together at the same time, but soon. I got to put this little lock in here. Hang on a minute. Let me bring my mouse up over here and check and make sure I'm focused. Okay. Okay. Here's the matte medium. It's very liquid. Paul asked me about, one of my subscribers asked me about how this compares to the MIG Ultra glue, and this is a lot thinner. I think it dries stronger, but it takes a long time for it to dry. This is probably cheaper overall too. I don't remember what the price of the MIG Ultra glue is, but I'm sure that being divided up over small containers, it's probably more expensive. Okay, we got to glue this in here, and then this will be glued over the end. My only real alternatives with this PLA, the plastic that I'm 3D printed with, is CA or epoxy or something like this. Okay, so this is pretty clean to work with, and it gives you lots and lots of time. So that's about as far as I'm going to go on that part for right now. We'll set that over there like that. Then I've got, let's see, this will go in here, but I'm not going to glue that quite yet. Then we've got this that has one connector, and then it'll actually go on the end of that part that we just did. So let's go ahead and glue this. Just go all around all the surfaces. What I like about this too is if you don't get it exactly where you want it, you can just wash it off or wipe it off till it's dry anyway. Okay. This will go here. We've got a locating pin. Okay. And then I just need to line it up. It should be good, and we'll just set it aside, let it dry. Okay, and then I've got the barrel, which is multiple pieces. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Then there'll be more on the end of this once I get some of it together. But we can go ahead and put the main parts of the barrel together and just let those set up. That. And then this will go in here. Okay. Just make sure I got a nice coating of it there. It'll go here. Okay, and then I got this that'll go on the bottom, and it's keyed. There's a narrow tab and a wide tab, so where you put it on the right side up. Put some glue in here. And the wife's upstairs doing a few things. Sorry you can hear the creaky floor. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so we'll just set that aside. And then this is the recoil that the barrel will set on. Okay, and it goes in here. So I've got to glue these two together, and then I've got to glue this in here. Well, actually I'll do it a little differently, but and then I'll clamp it. So get some glue on here. And that's the front. Okay, and then I've got a clamp. And we'll glue the back part. Oops. Okay, and this will go here. Whoops. Okay, I've got just a tiniest little bit of a gap there. Let me pull the, I want to make sure this is straight. Yep, looks very straight to me. All right, I'm going to put just a little bit of this on that gap, and it'll kind of wick in there. So wipe off the excess. Okay. So that's about all I can do at the moment. Once this stuff is set up, tomorrow, I'll leave it till tomorrow. Then we'll come back and we'll do some more. Alrighty guys, I'll talk to you real soon. Thanks. We'll continue this video just a little bit later. Okay, I've got this all glued up now. It's dry. I left it clamped up for a good couple of days. I noticed something with these joints where you got like a fairly large space. The acrylic medium takes quite a while to dry in those spots. So I gave it plenty of time. It's probably been 2-3 days it's been drying, so it should be okay. Same thing with the barrel. I noticed like down deep in the joints for the barrel, if you twisted them, they were not 100% yet, so I went ahead and just left a little time. So what I want to do is get the barrel and this, the slide, I guess it's the slide, it's the where the gun recoils on and everything, all put together today. got this little key that goes in here, but I'll put that in a minute. I know with this white, it's kind of hard to actually see exactly what it is I'm doing. But let me get rid of these glasses for a minute here. This has a spot on here that corresponds with a spot on here. So that's where that'll glue. This is going to be a little bit tricky, but let me get a little glue out here. I'll probably have to do a little bit and then let it dry. This is the lid's glued. Just get a little extra out here. Boy, we've had some high temps. It's already over 100 most days here in Colorado. I think today it's just hit 100. Yesterday it was 103 Fahrenheit. I think tomorrow it's supposed to be like 90 something, and then the next day it's supposed to be a little bit little lower. I'm going to just put a little glue in there for right now. I've got some other parts I need to get attached. This is going to go here, like this. It's going to be kind of tricky getting this stuff all lined up. I'll put this key in a minute, but what I need to do is get this on, which will have to go over the barrel, and it's kind of a snug fit. Fact is, I've tried this a couple of different ways. It's kind of hard to do it, let alone just do it on camera. Because you kind of have to spring this out, and I don't want to break it. To get it to all go together. Here we go. We're getting there. Okay. That's about right. And then there's some holes here that are tapped. I need to get some screws in there. Let me, I know it's really hard for you guys to see. If this will help or not. There's, I've already tapped the holes. This is going to be tricky to do on camera. Here's where the hole is. I don't have a screwdriver this size. Okay, that side's good. I'll just have to kind of be careful till I get the other side in. And this side. Whoops. I wish I had a screwdriver this size. I've got a screwdriver bigger, like a hex screwdriver. I've got one that's bigger and I've got one that's smaller. Okay, that's on there now. Now what I need to do is glue this together, like this. My wife's upstairs. Something that I didn't notice the instructions, and I may have just missed it, is there's got to be there's a flat right there, and that has to be pointed up. Okay, so this I'll have to glue, and then we'll just set it aside, and I've got some other stuff to work on. So I'm going to go ahead and get this key glued in here. Which I know you can't see. Just a block to go in there, and then this is the breech. And there's more pieces to add to this, but there's also a place here for the key. So this is going to take a while to dry. I'll put some glue on here, and I'll put some glue in here, maybe a little along the edge there, and I'll just have to leave this for a while. That'll go there like that, and then this, here's the neighbor's dog getting all excited. Anybody comes anywhere in the neighborhood and the dogs really know about it. Here's some glue on here. Some glue on there. Okay, those I'll probably clamp. And we've got a few more pieces I'm going to have to hold off on until some things are dry. Let's see if I can clamp this. Looks like I can. Okay, that's pretty good. I got this part I can put on. I should be working the other direction so you can see on camera. Let's flip this around a little bit. Here's what I'm doing here. There's this little part that goes right here. I want to make sure it's centered. Okay, that's where all that goes. There's the barrel. Whoops! You see, it's already shooting things. Alright, this is going to have to just be set aside. So I'll go ahead and put this aside, and then we'll work on something else for just a little while. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. This is the base. It'll go on top of the pedestal and hold the sides here for the elevation and everything. I've got a bunch of gears here, some parts, and then some screws that need to be installed. I'm going to put this glue away for a little while. Well, it wouldn't hurt to put some glue on strategic places. I'll just leave that out for now. But, first thing I need to do, I had to cut a 2mm brass pin, and it'll go in here. Get it all lined up. I would love to get a close-up lens so I can take macro stuff like Mr. Ron Calvary does in the model ship. I really admire the way he does his photography. If you can even see. Okay, there we go. I could put a little touch of glue on the outside of the pin after things are all said and done. I just want to make sure that little gear turns free there. Okay, the next thing I want to do is add this side. Make sure, yeah, I've tapped all these holes and everything. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue along here. some little bitty, I think they're 2mm by 6 screws that'll go in here. Actually, I forgot one other thing first. I'm going to put this in. Go like that, and this goes real quick. It won't, the glue won't dry on me. This is kind of the base where everything, the weight of most everything rests on. I'm starting to wonder here. I've got another gear to put here, which will be for the rotation. I'm wondering if it's going to fit. Well, we'll just have to see how it goes. Magnetic. One more. Yep, and the dogs are at it again. Okay, that's good. Now we can go ahead and add this. Put just a little more glue on there. Since I got my finger in it. And this will go here. No, it won't. I'm getting ahead of myself. This needs to go in first. Then this will go like this. I've gone through and tapped all the holes to make sure nothing strips out. We got a loose fly running around in here. Well, might have to give them my tweezers. I can get two of them to start okay. Here we go. Sorry, dead air. Concentrating on what I'm doing. For some reason that one doesn't seem to want to drop in quite correctly. There it goes. in this one. Whoops. I'm fumbling here. There we go. Boy, the dogs are really getting excited. There we go. Okay, now there's also one on the inside. I did tap that one too. Okay, it's just in an awkward spot there. Wish I had a screwdriver that was that size. I will be getting one after the fact, because I definitely plan on building more of these 3D printed type models. Okay, that's got that. Okay, that's the way that goes. Then we've got some pieces. Whoops. We've got some pieces here. This will go through here. Through here, and that's keyed. I can get it. There we go. Okay, and there should be one .3mm to go in here. I may have made a mistake here because the instructions call for these shafts to be made of a little tougher material. I'm using PLA, and it's not as tough as some of the others. Hang on to that, get the screw in. Well, I'm not sure how the shafts will hold up, but of course this is not a one that's going to be, you know, used like every day. And I've got a gear to go here, so that'll all work. Okay. And then we have this that goes on here. Okay, and more screws here. Reminds me a lot of a Tamiya kit. A lot of the Tamiya kits have a fair number of screws in them. Here's Jordan running around upstairs. Jordan got himself a bath today. My wife was up there giving him a bath. He sounded like he was getting killed or something. He sure doesn't like a bath. Okay. Just about there. Okay, there's that. And then we have a wheel that goes on here. And one screw in that. Okay, and then that all turns like it's supposed to. Good, okay. Well, I think that's going to about do it for today. We've got this other side to put on, but I've got some other things to put in here first, some gears and stuff for the Traverse. So this is for the elevation, so there's going to be a gear that'll set in here that will actually connect to the gun, to the barrel, and that'll be the elevation up and down. And then there'll be another hand wheel here, and it'll go through here, and we'll have another gear here, and that'll operate on the base, and that'll be the Traverse for left and right. Alrighty guys, that's gonna about do it for today. I appreciate you watching. You made a little bit of progress. So we'll talk to you next time, okay? Have a great day. Bye-bye.